Well, hello there trainers, greetings, KuroBlitz here and welcome back to another video. As of today, Ketchum had traveled throughout several regions and participated in several Pokemon leagues with having a lot of notoriety and prestige in their rankings. But there has been one Pokemon league in particular that Ash had never had the privilege of facing, that being the Ferrum League of the Ferrum region of the game's Pokken Tournament DX for the Nintendo Switch. And this is what I'm here to talk about today. What if Ash had faced a Pokken Tournament style league in the Ferrum region? Would he face adversity? Would the challenges be tough or easy? That's what we're here to find out, so stay tuned! As the journey of Ketchum begins, he would arrive by plane to the Ferrum region, and there he would meet all of the 8 gym leaders as well as the regional champion, that being Alisa. And Alisa wants for Ash to face all of the 8 gym leaders in order to prove his worth to go to the champion rank status in order to finally battle her on a 6v6 match. And Ash accepts that, and with that he is now going to have to face all of the gym leaders of the Ferrum region without having to enter a tournament or even face an Elite Four. Those characters being of Nia, Walter, Jake, Nora, Glenn, Ellen, Travis and Keith. There is one gym leader in particular, the strongest of the region, Glenn, who is very interested in Ash after becoming the World Monarch in the Coronation series, and he wants to test the power of this new champion level trainer. And Ash accepts by bringing out his Lucario, and Glenn pays on the same coin by using his steel type Pokemon too, that being of Scizor. Lucario and Scizor are having a tremendous fight to the point where they activate a synergy burst with their Gouge attack, and therefore they Mega Evolve at the same time, even without the need for stones, that being Mega or Key. And this is where Ash is introduced to the mechanic of the region, to the point where he doesn't really need items to Mega Evolve or even perform attacks that are on the power equivalent to that of a Z move. And this excites him a lot. The match does end in a tie, and this is giving all the gym leaders a lot of pressure, but also a lot of curiosity when it comes to facing Ash. As Ash is to now leave the dojo, he does see some festivities akin to Christmas time in a town nearby Ferrum town. And this is where he meets champion Alisa one more time, and she wants to test the strength of his starter and partner Pokemon, that being Pikachu, to which Ash accepts, battling her on a 1v3. And Pikachu easily defeats her Rotom, Emolga and Pachirisu, much to the audience's surprise, but then it's revealed that this was a publicity stunt prompted by Alisa herself in order to have more challengers participate in the Ferrum League, because unlike the other leagues, it's not really that much known or prestigious, and Ash does understand this sentiment because he was the first champion of Alola, and even when he got to be an honored trainer in the Orange Archipelago, it wasn't really much talked about, so he really hopes that battling Ferrum League trainers, it's going to put the region on the map. After that, Ash decides to do some special training with his Pokemon in the Ferrum Wilds, and this is where he meets his rival for this saga, that being of Anne. And Anne is a very precarious girl who is on a mission, and she senses Ash's aura and she calls him a chosen one in order to defeat a dark crisis that is soon coming to Ferrum, to which Ash is not really sure about, but he wants to test his strength to a very powerful trainer nonetheless, and therefore we have Anne sending out her the CGY in order to battle Ash's Sceptile. The CGY is able to use the Sinister Error Raid Z move without the need for a Z Crystal due to the Synergy Burst Gouge, and with that Ash's Sceptile is able to defeat it by Mega Evolving without the need for a Keystone. And this excites Ash amazingly, and he's now fully prepared to face the gym leaders of the Ferrum League. Ash's gym challenge goes extremely smoothly for the time being, because when he goes to Teller Town he does have to fight the gym leader Ellen as well as her Braixen, and Pikachu really gives a run for her money. The Pokemon is really versatile when it comes to the move, and you see Pikachu unlocking a variant of Thunder Punch in order to defeat all of the magic and witchcraft that Braixen is able to get. And with that, Ash basically gets his first badge right off rip, and during the same week he does go to Neo City during nighttime, and he does battle Travis and his powerful Garchomp, which reminds him of Cynthia. And with that, Ash wants to use a monster-like draconic Pokemon as well, that being of Charizard. And after a very tremendous fight, we do see Ash's Charizard Mega evolving into Mega Charizard Y. Much to the audience's surprise, because normally they do see Mega Charizard X when they activate the Synergy Gouge, so the kid is indeed very special, and therefore Charizard is able to defeat Mega Garchomp, allowing Ash to have his second badge. Going for the third one, he does battle Gym Leader Keith with his Sceptile, but apparently he's using a Blastoise, much to the audience's surprise, because he's normally known to use a Suicune, but because of the Dark Crisis that Anne informed Ash about, the legendary Pokemon is now missing and going on a very personal quest. But this does not falter either Keith or Ash. Their starters are giving it all, and therefore Ash's Mega Sceptile is able to defeat Keith's Mega Blastoise, giving Ash the third victory. After realizing that he's almost halfway through the challenge, Ash decides to go to a place called the Haunted House, where they have several Halloween festivities and carnivals, and train with the ghost types there in order to, rank up all of his powerful Pokemon. And he meets Anne there. And Anne is now wanting to test, Ash's resolve in order to help in the future crisis, to which he accepts, and therefore she sends out Blaziken and Ash sends out Charizard. And after a very tremendous fight, Charizard does become the winner, defeating Blaziken and therefore low-key revenging his loss against Harrison in the Johto League. And this is where Anne departs with Ash, and she's eager to re-meet him one more time, yet again. Going to Talia Beach in order to get his 4th gym badge of the Ferrum region, Ash does re-meet Halisa, and she wants to test her Pokemon skills on a double battle with her Magneton and Electrode, to which Ash accepts to amongst the crowd, and therefore he uses not only Pikachu to battle Electrode on an Electric Showdown, but also Lucario to battle Magneton on a Steel Showdown. And this does make the match end in a tie, much to the audience's surprise, and Ash, now more than ever, he's very rigorous and very powered to basically go to fight the 4th gym leader, that being Nia. Ash meets Nia on the Magikarp Festival, a local festivity and celebratory piece of the Ferrum region, part of its culture, and therefore we do see Ash and Pikachu alongside his Gengar finally battling Nia's Weavile and also Gardevoir. Pikachu and Weavile are going toe-to-toe with their ferocious speed attacks, and after this amazing Synergy Gouge burst, we do see Gardevoir Mega evolving much like Diantha, and for the first time we also see the Mega evolution of Ash's own Gengar, and this gives Ash a great time on this fight. Pikachu and Weavile basically tie, they go down because of each other, but now the match relies on Gardevoir and Gengar. Poison is defeating Fairy, but Psychic is defeating Poison. This is a very interesting match, but Gengar's ghost moves are able to triumphant against Psychic type, therefore giving Ash the win, and now he's officially halfway to the Ferrum League Challenge. Blitzing through the next gyms in a very ferocious way because of Anne and also the Dark Crisis that's incoming into Ferrum. Ash does go to Blue Dome, nearby Talia Beach and the Magikarp Festival, and therefore he battles Nora as well as her Empoleon, and he decides to use Charizard for this because he wants to see how the Flying Beast handles with the Emperor Penguin, and therefore Ash does get the victory, but he does realize that he needs more power and to have a more stronger resolve. This was a very interesting fight to have, but yeah, Ash's Charizard is able to power through and melt the steel of Nora's Empoleon, and therefore she tells them where the next two gym leaders are, those being of Jake and Walter. Ash goes to the northern parts of the Ferrum region, where Jake is training with his dragons in the Dragon's Nest, and as well as a very powerful Dragonite, a Pokemon that Ash had caught very recently. And because of that, Ash decides to use the environment with the stone walls and all of that to have Sceptile jump around and also activate his own Dragon-type Mega Evolution, giving him the win by riding the winds in the clouds and therefore getting his own 6th badge. And with that, Ash goes for his 7th badge, that being in the Reggie Ruins, where he does battle Walter. And Walter has both two Ghost-type Pokemon, being of Chandelure and Aegislash. And Ash decides to go with Gengar and Lucario, Ghost for Ghost and Steel for Steel, using his two gimmick Pokemon from the Journey series, and therefore giving him the win as well as the 7th badge of the Ferrum region. And this excites Ash. Now he's going for the final showdown, for the 8th gym before Champion Elisa. He does meet Glenn, and Glenn he's using his Machamp, who amongst the Synergy Burst, by having the Gouge full, it does become a Red Hulk. But Ash is now going to battle with a Pokemon that was watching him from the horizon, invisible as well. That being the Latios that he met in Mesase Pokemon Master. And with that, he is able to Mega Evolve due to a Synergy Burst, and with the powerful Psychic types having Mind conquer Body and Brain conquer Brawn, Ash is finally able to defeat Glenn, getting his final badge of the Ferrum region and therefore officially capturing this Latios. Now going to the center of the region, to the prestigious stadium of the Pokemon League to fight Champion Elisa on a 6v6 match, on a full battle, now having a brand new legendary on the team. The match does go on, and it appears that Ash's Pokemon are mirroring Elisa's to a various degree. We do see the flying match between Ash's Charizard and Elisa's Togekiss, the mystical fight between Ash's Gengar and Elisa's Ninetales, the ferocious empath battle between Ash's Lucario and Elisa's Espeon, the great match of speed between Elisa's Mismagius and Ash's Sceptile, as well as a draconic duel between Elisa's Lapras and Ash's newly caught Latios. And the match ends with a Pikachu battle, being Ash's against Elisa's Libre style, and this is where Ash gets the win. Ash becomes a new champion ranked trainer of the Ferrum region Pokemon League, and he does so not only with his partner Pokemon, as well as 5 Pokemon on his team who do have the potential of Mega Evolution. But this is where the crisis starts. A dark Colosseum is summoned in the middle of the Ferrum Stadium, and Ash does meet Anne one more time, now consumed by the darkness of a powerful Pokemon known as Shadow Mewtwo, consumed by Shadow Synergy Stones, and Ash, along with the Mewtwo that he once met, sensing this crisis, he does come full circle and therefore Mega Evolves into his Y form, battling this Mewtwo who is on their Mega X form. We have a X versus Y Mega Mewtwo showdown, and Ash's Light is able to cure the darkness that was consuming both Mewtwo and Anne, destroying the Shadow Synergy Stone for good. And this is where Ash is not only crowned a champion for the Ferrum region, as well as their newfound hero. with all of his Pokemon being registered in the Hall of Fame and the Palace of Victory for this new setting. He had become the Pokken champion, the very best, like no one ever was. So there you have it, trainers. This is what I would kinda do if there was a Pokken Tournament DX series, if Ash was to go to this newfound region. I did a video in terms of what he would do for a movie if he went to Holland from the TCG, so make sure to check that out. I'm going to leave it in the link description down below. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. How would you make Ash's journey in Ferrum be? And also make sure to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. And I will see you another time, trainers. KuroBlitz out.